Welcome! Today we're diving into a huge idea, something that really gets to the heart of a nation's identity, multiculturalism in Canada.
So let's just start with a big question. What is Canada, really? I mean, what truly defines its identity? Is it the vast landscapes, the history, or is it something else entirely?
Well, a lot of people will tell you it's this unique idea, this concept of a cultural mosaic. The thinking here is that instead of everyone melting together into one thing, all the different pieces keep their own color and shape, and together they create something way more interesting and complex. But, a mosaic like that doesn't just appear overnight. To really get it, we have to look back at how this incredible fabric was woven together over centuries. You see, Canada's story is really a story of waves of people. It starts, of course, with the Indigenous peoples, who have been here since time immemorial, with their own incredibly rich and diverse cultures. Then, in the 1600s, European settlers, mostly French and English, began to arrive. After that, through the 1800s and 1900s, new waves of immigrants came from all over Europe and Asia. And then, after World War II, things really kicked into high gear. The country opened its doors, attracting people from pretty much every corner of the globe, and that really set the stage for the Canada we see today.
So, with all this growing diversity, the country reached a kind of crossroads. It was a moment that called for a big, groundbreaking idea, a conscious choice about what kind of nation it wanted to be.
And here's the choice Canada made. Instead of asking everyone to assimilate, to fit into one single cultural mold, it went in a totally different direction. It embraced an official policy of multiculturalism. The whole point wasn't just to tolerate diversity, but to actively encourage and celebrate it.
And the year this all became official? 1971. A real turning point.
Now, get this. This made Canada a true global pioneer. It was the very first country in the world to adopt a policy like this. I mean, for the time, that was a pretty radical idea. A country formally declaring that its diversity wasn't a challenge to overcome, but its greatest strength.
And this wasn't just a nice sentiment. The core of the policy, which later got baked right into the 1982 Charter of Rights and Freedoms, was to legally protect the right of every citizen to hold on to their cultural heritage. It wasn't a suggestion, it was the law of the land.
Okay, so that's the policy on paper. But what does this cultural mosaic actually look and feel like in real life, on a day-to-day basis?
Well, you can literally see it just by walking through the major cities. Take Toronto. You can spend your day hopping between vibrant neighborhoods like Chinatown, Little Italy, and Little India. Or look at Vancouver, where communities from all over the world just seamlessly live and work together. And then you have Montreal, which has this incredible layering of its French and English history with vibrant cultures from Haiti, Lebanon, and North Africa.
And what's so cool is that the pattern of this mosaic is different everywhere you go. Toronto's vibe is heavily shaped by immigration from South and East Asia. Montreal, on the other hand, creates its own unique identity by blending its European heritage with these really strong Caribbean, North African, and Middle Eastern communities.
Really, it's something you experience with all your senses. You can literally hear it in the dozens of languages you'll hear on a city bus. You can definitely taste it in the incredible variety of food you can find just about anywhere, and you get to celebrate it, out in the open, at countless cultural festivals all year long.
And I mean, we're talking about huge events. There's Carabana in Toronto, which is the biggest street festival in North America celebrating Caribbean culture. You've got amazing Lunar New Year celebrations in cities across the country. There's Vancouver's Punjabi Mela, which showcases South Asian culture, and even the Calgary Stampede celebrating Western heritage. And it all kind of culminates on Canada Day, which has become this national party celebrating every single one of those cultures.
So, beyond the fantastic food and the amazing festivals, what are the deeper reasons this all matters? Why is this approach seen as so important for the country?
Well, this policy is credited with enriching the country in some really tangible ways. It's seen as a huge engine for new ideas and new skills. It's a major contributor to the economy, and it helps foster this global perspective that's so crucial in the modern world.
But really, at its heart, the goal is to create a sense of unity. Not in spite of our differences, but because of them. It's about building a society where everyone can feel valued and included and can work together while still celebrating everything that makes them unique.
So, after all that, what's the big takeaway here? What does this all mean for Canada's identity, both today and in the future?
I think this is the most crucial point. This cultural fabric isn't a finished product. It's not something that's just locked away in a museum. It's an ongoing, shared project. And every single Canadian, whether their family has been here for generations or they just arrived, is constantly helping to reweave it, shaping the country as they go.
And that leaves us with one last big thought to chew on. As the world keeps changing, and as new people continue to call Canada home, how will this unique Canadian experiment, this incredible, dynamic cultural fabric, continue to adapt, evolve, and grow?